Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 48th World, where we do soap opera reviews. The soap opera review today is going to be The Bold and the Beautiful for Wednesday, June 1st, 2016, that aired at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Here we go with a little summary for today's episode. We have, with a desire to take over Forrester Creations and protect his investment, Bill recruits Justin to dig up dirt on Ridge. Then he has Julius calls a family meeting, and for the first time, Sasha is included. Okay, so that's where we go. We go into the first clip. We have Bill and Katie. Bill is kissing on Katie like old times and, rubbing on her, and they both feeling good about each other and their relationship. But Bill is telling Katie he's so proud of her, and it seems like she's becoming her old self once again. Then he goes into a little conversation about his investment with Forrester Creations and his 12.5% ownership he has, and he's kind of surprised that Ridge hasn't run the apparel fashion house down to the ground. And Katie's like, I think I need to go over there and see Brooke. She want to touch bases with her and let her know that she still feels she's a part of the family, and just have lunch with her or something. And so Bill said he thinks that's a good idea. Hush. Then we have Brooke, Douglas, and Ridge. Ridge is having a visit with Brooke. Well, Brooke is having a visit with Ridge. She's over to his house, and he's playing daddy, or having daddy duty, while Caroline is off doing a yoga class or some type of I don't know, I guess it was a yoga class he was saying. I really wasn't listening that too much. I was trying to pay attention to the storyline or where he was going with all of this. But anyway, we go from that situation because it was just short and sweet, just an innocent type of scene between Brooke, him, and baby Douglas. We go to the next scene, which is Zende, Nicole, Vivian, Meyer, and Rick. Zende comes in at the hotel where, Zende and Nicole comes in at the hotel where her mom is at, and she tells them that Sasha is not pregnant. And of course they're like all relieved and everything, but they quickly leave that scene and go to Sasha and Julius. Sasha has called Julius to come over so she can pretty much say goodbye to him and to pretty much tell him that she's leaving town. But before then, she goes, it shows the scene where she goes around, she's getting her stuff together, and she runs across one of Zende's photography books that I guess he housed some of her old photos in. And she starts thinking about the time that she was seducing him and everything was lovely and all of that. Remembering the good old times with him. Then Julius comes by to see what Sasha wanted from him. Then she goes in and say, you got what you wanted pretty much. I messed up. I'm tired of living a lie. I went on and told Zende that no, I was not pregnant. So you were right, Dad. There was no child to begin with. And she said pretty much everyone knows that needs to know, but I'm sure a lot of other people are going to know also. And I just wanted you to know prior to me leaving that I wasn't pregnant. I couldn't keep telling lies to people that I love, and especially Nicole. We leave up from that situation. We go to Bill and Justin. Bill is telling Justin he wants him to investigate Ridge. He needs to know how he can get some dirt on him because he wants him out of Forrester Creations. Justin is looking surprised. They had just got over the situation with Quinn and Liam, and that's trying to settle down. He don't understand why Bill is going so gone strong on getting Forrester out of his father's company or legacy in a sense. Okay, we go to Katie and Pam. Katie is over at Forrester Creation looking for Brooke, and then she runs into Pam. They're having a little small talk, this and that. And as Pam is leaving, because I guess she didn't too much know was Brooke in or not, Thomas comes in and says, if you're looking for your sister Brooke, she's over at Dad's house, or the main compound. And she says, oh, okay. And they start to make small talk amongst themselves. But then we go back to Bill. Bill's wanting to take Forrester back. He doesn't like being in that 12% market. He wants to have it a little bit more, and we all know only thing Rich needs is one more scandal, and he's pretty much out the door. And that's what he wants, and Bill wants something, he go headstrong. And if it's acquiring another business, he takes it more personal and drives it home to Justin that, hey, this is what I want, make it happen. I have the resources to get these type of things done. I want it done. I want him out. So we move from there. We go to Brooke and Ridge. Brooke is saying it's nice to see him being a new father again. How good he was with RJ, meaning their child together, and how he was good with Thomas. And it just breathes and it looks good on him. He wears it well. And of course, Ridge is taking it all in. He ain't telling Brooke the truth, and he know Katie hadn't told anybody, because if that was the case, a lot of people would be knowing about the situation. But he really don't know. The web is spinning loose, the yarn is coming undone, and it's going to be a lot of people on his behind. So we leave that situation. We go to Thomas and Katie. Thomas is trying to convince Katie that he's not the father of baby Douglas, that is his younger brother, this, that, and that. And Katie kind of laughs it off a little bit, and she goes into telling him everything, that she knows everything from point 1 to point 101, or A to Z. And she says the only reason why you do know is because I told your dad to tell you, or I would tell you. So he's looking kind of shocked and surprised at that piece of tea that she's dropping on him. And he starts to change his whole attitude. We go to Julius and Sasha. Julius is saying, I told you so. I told you this wasn't going to work out, this, that, and other. But he don't get too much into the telling of I told you so, because he see that she's hurting. And he didn't want to be that type of a man to, this new man he's trying to become. He wants to be there for her as a father, and everybody knowing it. Of course, everybody knows it now, but I guess he's trying to not uncover old wounds and not go over old roads. So Sasha says she's going back to Chicago. So he kind of like feeling some kind of way, because he don't really want her to go back, which it kind of shocked the shit out of me too, because he wanted her to go before that. But now I guess since the jig is up and everybody know everything, and she's grown and she's liking her life out here, well, why not? Why can't all the sisters coexist? They just need to stay to the boundaries that each sister has set for each sister, and not to go over those barriers, or there are going to be consequences. But he calls what do you call it? He calls Maya to see if he can have a conversation or a meeting with the family, because I guess he wants to say Sasha's going back home. He don't see why she needs to go back home. He was the biggest problem in the whole equation of their family demise, and coming to such a halt of solidification of the family unit and union, and he wants to mend it. And we all just he's telling Maya pretty much, we need to have this family union so we can all get on one accord. We can learn to coexist with each other. We may not like each other right now, but we are family, and we need to start acting like one and be in the spirit of forgiving. And he wants everybody to forgive him pretty much. So we leave there. We go to Zende, Nicole, Vivian, Maya, and Rick. Zende is telling everyone about how Sasha brought the truth about her not being pregnant to him, and the whole pregnancy ordeal or debacle. Nicole speaks out, because really Zende says, he glad she had some decency in her, and we should be glad she chose to tell the truth. And then Nicole steps out on her own, and in her own feelings, saying she ain't gonna be grateful for nothing. And I don't owe Sasha nothing for messing with my life. Pretty much that's where she was going with it. We go to commercial, we come back, we on Vivian, Nicole, Maya, Rick, and Zende. Vivian is telling everyone she's glad Sasha told the truth. It shows another side of her, the side that she's always been trying to tell everybody about Sasha, the side that she always saw until she found out, Sasha was her stepdaughter, and all the other part was a lie, and this, that, and that. this and that, and that really Julius was the one to blame. She was just holding on to the little family that she had with him, and you know, it just came out the way it did. But she, you know, she's standing in her own truth, and she's glad to show something about her character. Then she goes to embrace both her girls. Then they start to get on her about she needs to find some resolution with their dad, you know, whether she's gonna go forward with it or not. And you know, she's kind of like half-heartedly not wanting to talk about the situation, but she knows they're telling the truth. And then that's when Maya breaks away, because she gets a phone call from her dad wanting to have a meeting and stuff. And then that is what I was talking about previously, that he's saying he wants to get the family on one accord, unite back as a family if possible, and he wants everybody to forgive him. So Maya said, well, it's a better chance all of them are there now, and to come by the little motel that they were staying at. And so he says, okay, he'll be right over. We leave that situation, we go to Bill and Justin. Bill tells Justin to get on it the way he should have got on it, the project he put him on with Liam and Quinn. And then Justin like, you ain't gonna blame that on me, man. I did what I felt was best for you and your family, and most of all Liam. You may not thought I handled it right, but I handled it the way I saw fit, and everybody should be happy, because that's the best scenario that could have played out of this without having a scandal involved and me having to have to do more work and this, that, and the other. So I don't care what you say, that situation was on point, whether you want to put it at that or not. You know, Bill feels some kind of way of him coming off on him like that, but he can respect them because they've been long time life friends, partners, and you know, thick as thieves. So it's good to have someone to be able to tell you, no, you're wrong, this is where it happened, and that's where you know, it should have happened, and you can go kick rocks if you want to, then come back and talk to me later about it. But that's where it was, that's where I handled it, and that's where it's gonna be. I don't want to hear no more shit about it. Okay, then we leave that situation. We go to Brooke and Ridge. Brooke tells Ridge Douglas looks like him. And of course he looks like him, because that's Thomas' child. It's a bloodline thing, okay? But it's not Ridge, Brooke. So sit down and have several seats and wait for the news to be brought to you. Okay, then we go to Thomas. Thomas is asking Katie, you told my dad to tell me? Because he's under influence that pretty much Ridge just wanted to tell her and drop the tea on him himself. But he didn't do it. See how wrong Ridge is? Thomas then tells Katie to don't tell no one else. Katie says, okay, the only person that knows is me, you, your dad, and the guy that died, Dr. Wallen, and yeah, that's about it. Me, you, your dad, and Caroline. So she said she won't say a word, but you know, it's no sense of not telling everybody, because that is your son, you know. So she's pumping him up to go on and do the right thing and set everybody straight, so we can move on with our lives. Don't have to be worried about no skeletons in the closet, all the bones falling out, you know, when the wrong person go to the door. But then we got Katie ask him, since he knows the truth, what is he gonna do? You know, she just has to point out, go and do what you got to do, son. Okay. So pretty much Bill has pretty much heard the whole initial conversation between them, so he out in the hall don't know what he want to do, because he was asking for Justin to find something out that he can use to get Ridge out the company, but he got it. So we go to commercial, we come back, we have Rick and Zende. Both are working out together at the Forest Creations on the rooftop, where they have a little gym type of thing setting up with some weights, and I don't know what else I don't even know what they be doing up there anyway. I mean, how you gonna have an exercise room on the outside? You know, I ain't seen no covering. It's just, you know, the outside, you know, are they going to take the weights in when the rain comes, shit get rusted or whatever? I don't know what they doing. But anyway, it's like one of those little plots they just set up and want us to take it all in. And we do. We take the apple and bite it. Okay, we do with that. We have Nicole and Julius. Nicole is asking her mom for a spa day when somebody knocks on the door. Maya pretty much knows who it is. And it's Julius, and he's not alone. He brings Sasha because he wants to have a family meeting. Okay, Julius is saying he thought he was doing the right thing and the best thing when he held the secret of Sasha and his other family. He apologizes to Sasha. Who's on it here? Oh, he apologizes to Sasha, he apologizes to Vivian, he apologizes to Maya and Nicole. Julia is begging for forgiveness from all of them, his girls as well as his wife. He's telling Vivian he can't fathom living without her anymore. The last couple of days have been tumultuous for him, and he's just, just without lost words and all of that. And he needs to have her back in his life, and he needs to have his girls back in his life, so he can have all those family gatherings with his granddaughter and all that good stuff. He wants back in, guys. Let him in. Okay. Woo! I got away from y'all for that brief moment. But just gonna let the man back in. He don't say he's sorry. What can he do? You know what I'm saying? It's not like he took bread and shelter from you all. He just had enough money where he could handle a situation good like that. So everybody was good. They didn't get the kind of love they needed. No, Vivian did not deserve the cheating or the infidelity part. But she's a forgiving woman. He's a dirty man. He knows he ain't gonna be able to step out of line like that no more. She might cut the dick off altogether, like a little Lorena Bobbitt type issue. So I'm pretty sure she takes him back. It'll be good, but it won't be the same type of relationship that he was used to for all those 30-something years. It's gonna be a new sheriff in town, and she's gonna be right there watching and taking names and kicking ass if she have to. She's gonna be the Vivian she is now and always been, but he tried to downplay. But she ain't finna handle that. If she get him back, she gonna have it the way she wants to have it. And I'm all there for it. Handle your business, Vivian. We go to Ridge and Brooke. Ridge is telling Brooke he don't know what he would do without Douglas, or if he ever lost Douglas. And of course, she like, why would you ever leave him? This is what I'm thinking she's thinking in his mind. And it's like, whatever, Ridge, just keep doing you, okay? So then we move into Thomas. Thomas is telling Katie about Ridge wanting to send him off to Shanghai, China. And Katie's like, she had to do a double take and say, no, this fool didn't. That's nut. Oh, man, do I have to go back and threaten him and do all of this? Do I have to go shake him up again? Do I need to do work on him for you, Thomas? No, she didn't say that, but it's pretty much like she wanted to say something to that degree. But anyway, Thomas said no, everything's going to be on his point. He's going to tell his dad this, that, and the other. But I really think Thomas is really going to break it down to him and say, no, this ain't working for me at all. I'm finna bring it. I'm finna expose it. You need to get the hell on out of Dodge, because I'm finna tell everybody in this L.A. state, okay? In California, IA, or L.A., we finna break it down. I ain't going to scream it to the rooftops, the mountains, the valleys, everywhere, that Thomas has a child, and his name is Douglas Forrester. Okay, that's what I got from it. Hope he'll do it, y'all. But then the last and final scene, we go to Bill. Bill has shown up at Forscaration. Thomas and Katie still having a little talk time. He done heard what he needed to hear. He didn't know how he got blessed enough to have that kind of news drop in his lap. He knows he's going to probably have to spread this news to Katie to make sure he got these baby deal correct. And he knows she knows a lot, because he heard her say she talked to Ridge about this debacleness. So he got the ammunition he needs. I just wonder what he gonna do about it, or what he gonna do with it. Only time will tell. But y'all, that was The Bold and the Beautiful for Tuesday, June 1st, 2016. Aired Eastern Standard Time at 1:30. I will be back again, God willing, tomorrow, giving you the play-by-play and blow-by-blow of the new episode they bring us on tomorrow, June 2nd, 2016. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.